So is this guy? This guy? Is this why Dave Filoni's helping out?
Reimagine Star Wars.
It's time
to engage your reimagination.
Reimagine with us by subscribing and clicking that bell button. Unfortunately, Vega's not here to speculate with us, but today we're going to speculate on The Mandalorian. So recently, my friend Rhodes Rants on Star Wars reported a Collider interview where Katie Sackhoff was answering questions, and it came out that she might be playing Bo-Katan on The Mandalorian, and that might is a pretty high likely might. And of course, I'm going to explain to you my reasons why this is likely and why that's important to Dave Filoni being involved. So we all know Bo-Katan made her first appearance in the Clone Wars and then reappeared near the end of Rebels to accept the Darksaber. As director of the Clone Wars and producer of Rebels, Bo-Katan is one of Dave Filoni's characters. In an interview with comicbook.com in August of 2018, Filoni was asked if his characters were to be featured in another project, would he be able to let them go? Filoni responded, "That would be hard. That would be, to be honest. That'd be really hard for me to do at this point, just because I've been a part of it for so long." So the question I ask, is the Mandalorian Korkie Kryze, the nephew of Bo-Katan Kryze, the nephew of Satine Kryze, the Duchess of Mandalore in the Clone Wars? So Katie Sackhoff is a physical actress. She has played active roles in many different sci-fi and other types of shows. She was Starbuck in the new iteration of Battlestar Galactica, and she voiced Bo-Katan in both the Clone Wars and Rebels. So Mandalorians are spread across the galaxy. So why would Bo-Katan, the leader of the Night Owls and the Mandalore Resistance, be associated with a random Mandalorian? The answer, of course, is that he's not random. He's Korkie Kryze, the nephew of Bo-Katan Kryze. Korkie Kryze would have been about 14 or 15 years old at the end of the Clone Wars. Add 19 years between the end of the Clone Wars and the beginning of A New Hope, and then add 4 years for the Galactic Rebellion, Galactic Civil War, and then 7 years for the time between the Return of the Jedi and the time of the Mandalorian, and you have a character that's about 43 to 44 years old, the same age as Pedro Pascal. So this begs the question, if this is Korkie Kryze, is he trying to gather the Mandalorians again? Is he trying to put them all under one faction, trying to bring Mandalore back to the way it should be? Does Korkie start off as a disillusioned man set on the right path by his aunt, Bo-Katan? She would be the one to remind him of his duty. She would be the one to ensure he follows the path that he was always intended to follow. If this is the case, that we're getting a character from Dave Filoni to come back into a new Star Wars story, wouldn't it make sense that we would get another character that was his friend and another young Mandalorian to support him? So I suspect, with Dave Filoni involved, that we're going to see not only that this is Korkie, and that we'll see a return of Bo-Katan, but we're also going to see a return of Ahsoka and Sabine. What'd you think about that crazy prediction? Let us know below, our YouTube elite. We really want to know what you think about this one. Can't wait for these conversations.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Like he said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more. Click the end screen to see our stories.